Chandrayaan-3 launched on July 14, 2023. And the lander and rover landed near the lunar South Pole region on August 23, 2023, making India the first nation to successfully land a spacecraft near the lunar South Pole and the fourth country to soft land on the moon. India has scripted history as Chandrayaan-3 successfully landed on the moon's South Pole. The Vikram lander made a soft lunar landing at 6:04 p.m. IST on August 23. ISRO launched Chandrayaan-2 on board of Launch Vehicle Mark III, LVM-3, launch vehicle consisting of an orbiter, a lander, and a rover. The lander was scheduled to touch down on the lunar surface in September 2019 to deploy the Pragyan rover. The lander ultimately crashed when it deviated from its intended trajectory while attempting to land. Following Chandrayaan-2, Chandrayaan-3 and further lunar missions were proposed. The European Space Tracking Network, ESTRAC, operated by the European Space Agency, ESA, is supporting the mission. Under a new cross-support arrangement, ESA tracking support could be provided for upcoming ISRO missions such as those of India's first human spaceflight program, Gaganyaan, and the Aditya L1 solar research mission. Two visitors from India, a lander named Vikram and a rover named Pragyan, landed in the moon's southern polar region on Wednesday. From a mission named Chandrayaan-3, the two robots make India the first country to ever reach this part of the lunar surface in one piece, and only the fourth country ever to land on the moon. The Indian public already takes great pride in the accomplishments of the nation's space program, which has orbited the moon and Mars and routinely launches satellites above the Earth with far fewer financial resources than other nations. But the achievement of Chandrayaan-3 may be even sweeter. S. Somanath, the director of the Indian Space Research Organization, had fun deflecting one reporter's question about the project's frugal cost. Somanath laughed and said, "I won't disclose such secrets. We don't want everyone else to become so cost-effective." The Chandrayaan-2 was reported to have cost about $46 million, and the Chandrayaan-3 is supposed to have been in a similar range. "We have achieved soft landing on the moon," S. Somanath, the director of the Indian Space Research Organization, said after a roar ripped across the ISRO compound just past 6 p.m. local time. India is on the moon. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, whose face beamed onto a screen in the control room in the final minutes from South Africa, where he is on an official visit, declared the landing as the moment for new, developing India. Pragyan should be rolled out in a matter of hours, or maybe Thursday, and its sensors, including a laser and an alpha particle beam, as well as instruments on the Vikram lander, will start relaying data after that, according to Mr. Somanath. The Indian mission launched in July, taking a slower, fuel-conscious route toward the moon. Vikram out-endured its Russian counterpart, Luna 25, which launched 13 days ago for the moon. It was scheduled to land on Monday in the same general vicinity as the Indian craft, but crashed on Saturday following an engine malfunction. That India managed to outdo a nation that put the first satellite, man and woman, in space is a measure of the country's long embrace of the science and technology needed to support a space program. But the landing also comes at a particularly important moment in the South Asian giant's rise. The August 23rd landing was selected because it is the day when the sun will rise at the landing site. The mission is to conclude 2 weeks later when the sun sets. While on the surface, the solar-powered lander and rover will use a range of instruments to make thermal, seismic, and mineralogical measurements. The landing was seen by around 7 million viewers on the YouTube channel of the Indian Space Research Organization, and many more people on Indian TV broadcasts. The Deep Space Network, a NASA network of large dish antennas, is assisting ISRO in communicating with the ground. Right now, it shows Chandrayaan-3 sending signals.